Think you know John Wick is just another over-the-top action hero? Maybe you're better off not watching this video. If you believe nothing in life can teach you anything new, then keep scrolling, because John Wick's story will challenge that belief. What you'll learn. By the end of this video, you'll learn 5 powerful life lessons from John Wick. Lessons about grit, purpose, and resilience that resonate with every ambitious American in their 20s to 40s. You'll discover how to channel Wick's unstoppable drive into your own life, turning setbacks into comebacks as reliably as he reloads his weapons. Lesson 1. Keep moving forward, no matter what. John Wick's life was a series of punches and kicks before he even got started. His wife was gone, his dog, the last gift of hope, was killed, and the whole criminal world came after him. And yet, he keeps getting up. He lets every hard blow fuel his comeback. Imagine getting knocked down in life. A big job loss, a breakup, a pandemic setback. Now imagine standing back up over and over because you can't afford to stay down. That's John Wick. He lives Rocky Balboa's mantra. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Every time someone says he's done, he finds a reason to rise again. Pain is temporary. Like many Americans grinding through long days or tough times, John knows that agony and anger are intense, but fleeting. He takes a breath, grits his teeth, and moves on. Resilience wins. You, me, nobody gets hit harder than life does. But as Wick proves, it's how hard you get hit and keep going that defines you. And what about when it feels like there are no more reasons to stand up? Hold that question, because John Wick answers it with a surprising source of strength. Lesson 2. Turn your loss into purpose. John didn't just lose a beloved pet. That dog was a symbol of his wife's love and hope. You might think, how can someone go from breaking down to fighting an entire underworld? That's the twist. John Wick shows us that the greatest pain can become the greatest fuel. He had every right to give up, but instead he chose purpose. He thought, I had something to live for. Now that's gone, but maybe I can get it back. He channeled his grief into a mission. Every step he takes, every shot he fires, is driven by what he lost and what he still needs to protect. Meaning in tragedy. John's extreme case reminds us that when life slams the door, you can kick another one open. He went from broken man to bulletproof hero by focusing on why he fights. Meaning in tragedy. John's extreme case reminds us that when life slams the door, you can kick another one open. He went from broken man to bulletproof hero by focusing on why he fights. In your life, you might not be chasing mobsters, but losing a job, failing a class, or losing a loved one can feel just as brutal. He didn't just avenge the loss, he reclaimed his life. This lesson is only the beginning. There's something even more surprising about John's response to loss that we haven't talked about yet, and it ties into what happens next. Lesson 3. Understand the cost. Every choice has consequences. In John Wick's world, every single choice sparks a reaction. As Winston warns early on, dip so much as a pinky back into this pond, you may find something reaches out and drags you back into its depths. John ignores it, and sure enough, coming out of retirement sets off a chain reaction. When John kills one adversary, 100 more come after him. When he refuses a contract, powerful enemies target him. He lives by a strict code, and breaking even one rule unleashes a storm. Own your actions. John's journey reminds us that you can't just do something and pretend it won't matter. Every goal, every conflict in your life, a deadline you miss, a promise you break, a risk you take, has a ripple effect. Be ready for the fallout. Like waking up to find a full-blown war at your door. John's tough choices show that success and struggle often go hand in hand. If you aim high, expect that something will hit you back. You might be thinking, why would I want to think about consequences so deeply? Shouldn't I just live for the moment? John Wick has an answer hidden in the next chapter of his story. Don't go anywhere. Lesson 4. Master your craft. Mastery beats mayhem. Watch John Wick in action. Every move is deadly precise. Each shot, each punch, every complex fight sequence happens because he practiced for years. When bullets fly, you see perfect aim and confidence, not panic. In real life, this means discipline and practice. John doesn't rely on luck. He's the result of countless hours at the shooting range, the gym, and studying his foes. The centimeters we need are all around us, Rocky says in another movie. Meaning that tiny details can be the difference between failure and success. John lives that truth. Skill. Through repetition, John's smooth takedowns look effortless, but they're a trophy of hard work. Likewise, whether you're coding an app or running a marathon, non-stop effort makes it second nature. Focus under fire. Even in an alley surrounded by enemies, John stays cool. He's not just talented, he honed his focus. The lesson? Mental strength comes from being ready, and you can be that prepared person who keeps calm when life's bullets start flying. But here's a question. How does a lone gunman balance all that power without losing himself? John Wick's answer will surprise you, and it takes us to our final lesson. Lesson 5. Live by your own code. Even under assault, John Wick follows his principles. He respects the Continental rules. He spares innocence. And he stands by his word. He could go on a blind rampage, but instead he targets only those who truly wronged him. This clear code of honor is why we root for him. For you, it might mean defining your values. Honesty at work, loyalty to family, respect for friends. John's consistency shows that knowing who you are keeps you grounded, even when everything else is chaos. Integrity. John kills villains, but he never sinks to betrayals or harming the innocent. In real life, success means nothing if you lose yourself. Like John, carry yourself with honor. Identity. Remember the goal of his wife. Be the man I know you can be. John lives up to that memory because he never strays from who he believes he is. A man who does what's right, even when it's hard. The payoff? Having a code, a personal compass, means you don't fear anything, even fear itself. As Rocky implied, our biggest fear is realizing how powerful we can be. John Wick dares to be powerful and honorable. And that's why his story resonates. Final takeaway, power up your own story. John Wick's story isn't just firing guns and adrenaline. It's a mirror for anyone facing real-life battles. When life knocks you down, get back up. Pain is temporary. Find purpose in your struggles. Turn loss into fuel. Remember, every choice matters. Consequences follow action. Train relentlessly at what you love. Master your craft. Live by values you believe in. A code gives you strength. Every day, every minute, every second gives you a new chance to be better. The kingdom of God is within each of us, Chaplin said. But we might say, the power to rewrite your story is within you. John Wick took his despair and crafted a new life out of it. So can you. Now ask yourself, what will you do when life pushes you to the edge? Will you stand tall like John Wick? Your adventure starts right now. Stay tuned for more lessons coming up, because this is just the beginning of the fight.